Hi, thanks for being here. It's Tuesday, and it's the 7th day of the new year. Glad to have you with us. And the snow that we've had with us is pretty much history and all said and done. Melted away for most everyone, not after leaving, of course, some accidents in its aftermath. One auto fatality being investigated in Floyd County. Right now, investigators not saying directly weather related, but we'll have the latest details in just a few moments. Highlights from last night's boys matchup hosting East Ridge, a couple of updates, a couple of cancellations basketball wise for you as well. We got that. We've got indictments returned late last week by the sitting Magoffin County grand jury, a stolen vehicle to report that has since been recovered, and other reports to try to squeeze into the next half hour. Also, I have a camera right now just returning from the Magoffin County Fiscal Court meeting in which the Second Amendment sanctuary status was discussed. We will have a report and discussion with our judge executive on that topic tomorrow to see Magoffin County's direction in that regards. An announcement from one of our, of course, carriers, Foothills Communications, has told me today in an announcement they have reached an agreement with Lycom Communications, Lycom based in Louisa, where they will there start providing their TV, internet, telephone services as well to customers in Louisa and Lawrence County. After about a year and actually then some of negotiations, Foothills has acquired Lycom's assets and customers in Lawrence County and Louisa, as well as Pritchard, West Virginia, as of the 1st of the new year. Foothills Communications is engineering a state-of-the-art fiber optic network in Louisa, as it has here in Magoffin, Johnson, and other counties, and will continue expanding that network throughout the entire Lycom service area. And Foothills, they tell me, will continue to utilize the Lycom name and network until it gets to businesses and residents in the Louisa and Pritchard areas with their fiber to home network. Customers currently with Lycom Communications will continue to be serviced by staff at Lycom's office in Louisa. That includes bills, payments, requests for service support, and all other needs. And Foothills will notify customers in the Lycom network later and help them transfer services when fiber is available to your home or business. They're excited about the move. With that said, snow fell at a pretty quick pace early this morning. By 5 o'clock, we were already seeing snow-covered roads and accidents like these. Calls started coming in as snow started piling up this Route 114 near Allen's Wholesale sometime around 5 o'clock this morning. The rescue squad, EMS, law enforcement called to this location for a non-injury accident. I think there were actually a couple of minor accidents in this particular area. One happened after just removing one vehicle that had been involved in the first. Later in the morning on Route 40 after daylight, the driver of this vehicle says he tried to move over and make room for a snowplow coming in the opposite direction when his vehicle went over into the ditch line and overturned, landing on its side. He was out upon arrival and refused medical treatment on scene, as did all other drivers involved in the Magoffin County crashes. And as you may have heard by now, not all of those accidents were minor or non-injury. One was a near head-on collision that happened near ARH Highlands in Floyd County this morning. It appears as though one vehicle pulled into the path of another, that other being a sheriff's deputy's cruiser. And the driver of the vehicle pulling into the path of the other car was pronounced dead at the scene. That deputy, a K-9 officer with his K-9 in the SUV. The K-9 deemed as uninjured. The deputy taken to the hospital nearby for what we believe was non-life-threatening injuries. The accident closed down 321 by Highlands RH for several hours following this morning's snowy crash. While authorities have not said exactly what caused the crash, they have reported that a vehicle driven by now identified Donald Tackett Jr. of Pikeville veered into the path of the deputy's cruiser. It's unknown if snow and or something else contributed to that happening. Nevertheless, it was a near head-on crash that claimed the life of Mr. Tackett of Pikeville. He was traveling on Bays Branch Road in Floyd County when he crossed into the oncoming lane and struck Deputy Kevin Johnson's vehicle. Once again, Johnson taken to the hospital, his K-9 uninjured. The accident remains under investigation by Floyd and state police. Are you looking for a way to save or just plain exhausted from the holidays? Then let Lee's help you with this coupon in this week's edition of the Sagersville Independent. Out this Tuesday. That's Tuesday, the 31st day of December. It's a great deal. It's a $5 deal off a 12-piece family pack. That's 12 pieces of chicken, any way you like it, with 2 pints of mashed potatoes and gravy, a pint of coleslaw, and 6 biscuits. $5 off. You have to clip the coupon out of the Sagersville Independent. You have to bring it to your Sagersville Lee's Famous Recipe. And there is a limit of 2 purchases per coupon. This coupon, once again, out Tuesday, December the 31st, and expires January the 8th at your Sagersville Lee's Famous Recipe. It can be one of the hardest parts of being a parent. You can beg them, bribe them, hold them down and try to force them, and sometimes you still can't get them to take their medicine. Well, problem solved at Parkway Pharmacy with Flavor X. Let your kids customize their medicine with some of the best flavors that really do taste great, and it's totally free with your child's prescription at Parkway Pharmacy. So stop the suffering, theirs and yours, for free, and get your Flavor X flavored medicines at Parkway Pharmacy in Sac.
Appalachian Wireless has a question for you. Would you rather pay $650 or $66 for a smartphone? If you think this answer is simple, then the Appalachian Advantage plan is for you. Pay less upfront for today's hottest smartphones, and then pay just a few dollars more every month on the monthly bill. Many smartphones are $5 a month or less after you factor in the $20 discount from the Advantage plan compared to the contract offering. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless. Payment agreement required. See store for details.
Just like Christmas, the after Christmas sale at Fraser's Prater Drugs seasonal shop only comes once a year, and it's on right now. And man, is it on. 50% off everything Christmas. All Christmas, half off at Fraser's Prater Drug Store's seasonal shop in downtown Sagersville, where you need to be making your way to save big, save half on everything Christmas. All the gorgeous Christmas home decor, decorations, and more, while it lasts at the seasonal shop in downtown Sagersville. At Sagersville National Bank, they know your house is much more than your home. It's an investment, and for many of us, the biggest we'll ever make. And whether it's for needed repairs and maintenance, or a new addition or renovation to give you some more room and more equity, let Sagersville National Bank deal with all the financial work and worry. Real and real competitive, hometown, homegrown, home improvement loans at Sagersville National. Well, a lot happening in court in more ways than one. McGoffin County indictments, an arrest for a stolen vehicle, as well as a court proceeding. And a follow-up is where we'll begin. Last Friday, I spoke with Johnson County Sheriff's Deputy Bill Meade. He gave us an interview and some details about an attack that happened that morning in Johnson County Court, in Circuit Court, I do believe it was, whereas an inmate was leaving. He attacked not one, but several court security officers, now facing additional charges of assault. That, of course, caught on court security video, which we have now obtained. A Paintsville man with a long criminal and sometimes violent history attacked 3 court security officers in Johnson County Court Friday morning, facing several counts of assault and future indictment charges as well, we believe, by the Johnson County grand jury for his actions, all caught on court video. This was the scene this past Friday morning at around 10 o'clock when Timothy J. Hall was arraigned on 2 counts of assault and being a persistent felony offender, and as he was leaving, attacked a court security officer and another, a total of 3 involved, trying to subdue him, all 3 taken to the hospital and later released for minor injuries, while Hall now faces 3 additional counts of assault, in the 3rd, resisting arrest, and like I said, more to come. You can see and hear the scuffle that happened before Judge Preston, the clerk, prosecutor, and others in the courtroom, with Johnson County officials saying, fortunately, this is the first time something of this serious of a nature has happened in court. Now, as to the McGoffin County Justice Center, several indictments returned late last week by the McGoffin County grand jury for several drug, theft, arson, and other charges. Alvin Ratliff, 36, of Sagersville, was named in 2 separate indictments related to the same incident. Both cases presented to the grand jury by Officer Mike Nichols of the Sagersville PD. In the first indictment, he was indicted for trafficking in methamphetamine less than 2 grams, possession of a controlled substance, first-degree first offense for methamphetamine, and possession of drug paraphernalia. In the second indictment, a single count, that being a convicted felon in possession of a firearm for having a firearm in his possession during the drug crimes. The next indictment, a 5-count true bill in the name of 39-year-old William Ross of Hazel Green, indicted for possession of a controlled substance, methamphetamine, possession of drug paraphernalia, no registration plates, no registration receipt, and being a persistent felony offender for having at least 2 prior felonies on his record, which, of course, brings about a penalty enhancement for the charges listed in the indictment, all brought before the grand jury by Officer Mike Nichols of Sagersville Police. While Trooper Jonathan Rouse brought before the grand jury testimony that resulted in the indictment of 26-year-old Bradley L. Brown of Pikeville, indicted for trafficking in methamphetamine, a quantity over 2 grams, operating on a suspended or revoked license, and not wearing a seatbelt. Next, 37-year-old Nicholas Patrick of Sagersville, indicted for possession of a controlled substance in the first-degree second offense, that being methamphetamine, possession in the third degree, drug unspecified, and operating a motor vehicle under the influence. He was said to have been in possession of methamphetamine and other illegal substances on or around August of the 8th of 2019, as was presented by Officer Nichols. Dustin Reisner, 32, of Sagersville, was named in an 11-count indictment that includes charges of attempted arson in the first degree, arson in the second degree, and 9 separate counts of wanton endangerment in the first degree. This goes back to a report we covered here on Your News Today and in the Sagersville Independent, in which Reisner was said to have been seen on security footage, evidence that police used in obtaining the indictment for his arrest, attempting to set on fire a home of a McGoffin County man in the Burning Fork area while 2 adults were sleeping inside. That resulting in the attempted arson charge, the arson charge stemming from setting fire to an outbuilding nearby. Surveillance video showed him setting a propane torch up against or under the home in an effort to try to set it ablaze with 2 people inside. The 9 counts of wanton endangerment pertain to the 2 men who were inside, as well as the 7 firefighters who responded to the call. This case presented to the grand jury by Detective Endicott of KSP. Presented to the grand jury by Mike Nichols of Sagersville PD was the case of Arnold J. Thacker of Pikeville, 48 years old, indicted on a count of possession of a controlled substance, first-degree first offense for methamphetamine, tampering with physical evidence, and public intoxication of drugs. 39-year-old Kristen A. Toomey of Paris, Kentucky, was indicted for possession in the first for a quantity of heroin she had in her possession upon the time of arrest, possession of drug paraphernalia, and possession of a controlled substance in the third degree. The case presented by Trooper Bradford Martin of KSP Desi East. Next, a 7-count indictment in the name of Harold C. Hackney of Centertown, Kentucky, 47 years of age, indicted for possession of methamphetamine, tampering with physical evidence, improper container, DUI of alcohol or drugs, second offense, possession of a controlled substance in the third degree, failure to produce insurance, and rear license not illuminated. After being stopped on the 21st day of July by Officer Nichols with Sagersville Police. And lastly, John D. Mullins of Sagersville, seen in a mugshot from, I believe, 2015 or 2016, was indicted for criminal possession of a forged instrument, first degree, possession of a controlled substance in the first for ecstasy, labeled as a date rape drug in the indictment, possession of marijuana, and possession of a controlled substance in the third degree as well. Also named in those indictments without a mugshot or accompanying images, L.C. Mullins of Sagersville was as well indicted on similar charges of a date rape drug, 10 units or greater, trafficking in a controlled substance, first degree, first offense, and possession of a controlled substance, first degree, first offense as well, for also being in possession of a quantity of ecstasy. And 2 other indictments against 2 individuals, Landon Frazier and Rhonda Frazier. Landon with an address of High Hat, Rhonda with an address of Prestonsburg, both stopped in McGoffin County by Kentucky State Police and troopers with Desi East. Landon Frazier indicted for possession of methamphetamine. Rhonda Frazier, the driver of the vehicle that was stopped, indicted for possession of meth, possession of drug paraphernalia, failure to produce insurance card, no license plate, no registration, and other counts. And with that, one more arrest-related report, that of a stolen truck, which was recovered and returned to its owner, an owner who told state police that it was taken by a man who was allowed on the property the day before, but not the day after. Per the complaint, Warrant Officer Haney with Kentucky State Police Post 9 out of Pikeville says that on December the 10th, he responded to a report of a stolen vehicle in Magoffin County. The caller, the victim, stating to authorities that this man, Roy Keith Allen, came onto their property the day before, helping the victim's husband, and in doing so, saw the husband hang up the keys to his 1994 Ford pickup. And the next day, they say that Allen came back onto the property without permission, took the keys, and was seen driving the vehicle off the property. That truck was later found at a residence on Back Branch, the owner of that residence telling police that Allen was the one that drove the vehicle onto the property, parked it there, and then left, saying he'd be back to get it because the vehicle was not running right at the time. Next, a brief community calendar, as always brought to you by Magoffin Farm Bureau. First, your reminder about the ongoing LIHEAP program, Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program. Call or go online to book your appointment now in Magoffin County 349-2217 or in Johnson 789-6515 to the Big Sandy Community Action Program. You can also go to bsacap.org to book your appointment there as well. The Heat Assistance Program started this past Monday. Appointments taken online or by phone. And I've got some new information and a correction to make to the water into wine announcement that I had yesterday over at the Lakefront Church of God on Route 30. Their regular pantry day is tomorrow from 9 until noon. They say please bring your pantry cards and something to put your food in. Senior Commodity Day is Thursday the 16th and not day after tomorrow, as I said last night. My apologies. Thursday the 16th, Senior Commodity Day, 12:30 to 4, and no food pantry boxes go out on that day, only commodity boxes. And for more information, the food pantry will be open Wednesday, the 15th, the 22nd, and the 29th this month. And I've got a phone number here for you that I'll get on your screen by tomorrow, 606-244-4818. You can call before you come that day if you need more details. Call or get your community calendar announcement to me any way you like, and we'll tell everyone about it. In obituary listings this evening, 80-year-old Winford. In obituary listings tonight, this Tuesday, 80-year-old Winford Ward of Sagersville passed away on the 5th, survived by his wife Dottie, son Anthony Ward, daughter Audrey Elaine Starr, and stepdaughters Jackie Prater, Janet Nichols, and Beth Bailey. Visitation is tonight and prior to tomorrow's services that start at 1 from the Magoffin County Funeral Home. Also announcing the passing of Rita Ann Rao, 81 years of age, of Sandusky, Ohio, formerly of Magoffin County, survived by brothers Henson and Harlan Rao. Arrangements are still incomplete at this hour. Right now, for pennies on the dollar, a huge selection of like-new laptop computers, a fresh stock of video games, the Cadillac of dog tracking and training systems, new hunting rifles, accessories, and ammo. And they always stock, buy, sell, and pawn gold and silver coins and jewelry with a new selection just in at Parkway Gun and Pawn in Sagersville, 349 Pawn.
SSI and disability cases are harder to win these days. You need all the help you can get. If the government has turned you down, I will not. Many factors are considered when a claim is being processed, like your age, education, physical, and mental disabling conditions. When it comes time to winning your disability case, you should not face a federal judge alone. You need an attorney who is experienced, determined, hardworking, knowledgeable, and dedicated to helping you win benefits that you deserve. If you need help with your SSI or disability case, call me, Donald Wayne McFarland, and let me go to work for you.
Don't drive or let your family drive in this or this before doing this, stopping at Conley Tire in Staffordsville for brakes, oil, alignment, and of course, tires. Thousands of tires in stock every day to fit anything with 6 months no interest financing and over 33 years of quality service with a smile. Conley Tire in Staffordsville. Has Logan Corporation got a deal for you? So the next time you need one, you have one. The fact is that Logan is manufacturing so many dump bodies that they're closing out forever their stock on brand new Honda generators and water pumps. They've got over 50 brand new units in the box with the factory warranty on sale right now at prices you can't find anywhere. 2-inch pumps, $300 and $400 off. 3-inch pumps, 4-inch water pumps, trash pumps, Honda generators, the quiet portable EU series, and the 1,000 and 2,000 watt models, hundreds of dollars off. You can get an EU 1,000 25-pound generator for $642. Save almost $1,000 on their big EB 6500 generator, with many more models available, all at prices lower than anywhere you're going to find online or elsewhere, guaranteed, at Logan Corporation, while they last.
I'm Dr. Jason Zimmerman at Highlands ARH, the healthcare system of Appalachia.
From brakes, exhaust, suspension, fluid changes, to expert collision and auto body, to turning your 4x4 or diesel from mild to wild, get real auto maintenance, paint, and repair at Black Smoke Performance in Dixie of Sagersville. 349-8785. Well, it didn't go as hoped for the boys. Can't win them all. They might have been able to win last night, according to Coach Castle, as I spoke to him off camera thereafter. Nevertheless, the boys hosted East Ridge last night on a wave of momentum, winning 6 of their last 7. However, last night, they couldn't make the comeback at the end. 11-14 East Ridge at the end of the first. It was all tied at 32 with 1:20 left to go in the first half, with a block and a bolt for the rim, equaling a Lucas literal basket for Magoffin County to take the lead. Now, fast forward to the end of the third quarter. Magoffin County's up 6 until that lead's cut in half at the buzzer. And down the stretch, the Hornets pulled away, up by 12 with about 6:20 to go in the game, until a series of mistakes in a matter of seconds, including a foul and a technical, one of 2 for the night for Magoffin County. The second technical followed by a successful possession by East Ridge, all helping East Ridge pull to within 2 points. And with Morgan County coach Matthew Perry watching from the cheap seats in anticipation of what was to be tonight's matchup in the second round of the 2A between Magoffin and Morgan County, the Hornets fought to stay alive but let this one slip away by 5. East Ridge 65, Magoffin County 60 here at home. Magoffin County now, with the cancellation of tonight's 2A championship, will take on Morgan County tomorrow night at Belfry. Same tip-off time set for 8:15. Yes, the boys, or myself or anyone, headed to Belfry tonight, but we're going tomorrow night where we'll make up that 2A second round game. Highlights to follow. Not many highlights weather-wise unless you like the snow, but I really can't show it because it's all gone. We don't have any more snow like that in the forecast. We do have some sunshine, temperatures climbing and hitting the 70-degree mark by your weekend. But with that prolonged round of rain or rains, we'll also see some showers, accompanied by possibly some thunderstorms as well. Tonight, another cold one, dry but breezy, mostly clear and below freezing at 28 degrees for the rest of your Tuesday. Winds out of the west-southwest 7 to 10 on average, maybe up to 16 miles per hour for the next little bit. Tomorrow, we will hit 44 or roundabouts with sunshine above. Winds still out of the west, 7 to 10 on average, but maybe up to 22 miles per hour tomorrow afternoon. Keep that in mind. Those winds are going to clear out skies with clear skies tomorrow night, and nighttime lows will plummet down to 22 degrees. An even colder night lies ahead. We're still going to see some sunshine, though, and improving temperatures. And that's going to be the pattern for days, temperature-wise, not sun-wise. Thursday, 56 for your daytime high, partly sunny, winds coming out of the south, 5 to 10, maybe 15 miles per hour early in the afternoon, maybe 25 mile per hour gust by the time Thursday night rolls around. Also, by the time Thursday night gets here, mainly after midnight, we'll start to see our first of a prolonged chance and likelihood of showers eventually. A 20% chance of showers Thursday night after 1 o'clock or so. But check out Friday. That's when things really get green radar and prediction-wise or forecast-wise, but watch temperatures continue to climb. 61 on your Friday, a 60% chance of showers, maybe some thunderstorms after 1 in the p.m., and then showers likely and a better chance of some storms possibly as well Friday night to the tune of 80% Friday night. Friday's temperatures 61, Saturday's 70. And with those 70s, or that 70, clouds, showers, not so much of a storm chance by the time Saturday night rolls around, but during the afternoon, might see a few. With those warm temperatures, it will start to calm down by Sunday. 55, partly sunny, a 20% chance of some lingering AM showers before we get back into another round of some rain. Maybe a brief break Sunday, followed by Monday with cloudy skies, 50% chance of rain early, 70% that night, and it's going to be kind of a steady forecast for a couple of days, right around 60 with clouds and showers Monday and Tuesday and maybe Wednesday. That's going to wrap up our time for this evening. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow night.